Talk in the Morning alongside Zan Bando and Jack Harmon. I'm Zach Johnson, and let's get started today. We're going to start off with football. And Zan, what do you have for us?
Well, I have for you guys that there have been some notable free agent signings and trades in the offseason. To me, the biggest offseason acquisition by any team is for sure DeMarco Murray to the Philadelphia Eagles, as he was the best running back in football last year for Dallas. And I just wanted to ask you guys what key impact he will have to this new Eagles offense, with also a new quarterback in Sam Bradford, who came after spending 4 years with the St. Louis Rams, who was really injury prone.
Well, I think DeMarco Murray with the Eagles is a really good fit. I really like Chip Kelly's offense. I think it's going to work really well with him, considering his speed. But one thing I really thought that really helped DeMarco Murray in Dallas was definitely the offensive line. They're the best offensive line in football. Really got him a lot of gaps and a lot of starting holes, and then he just used his speed to keep going.
Exactly.
So I think he will do a little worse in Philly. Not gonna lie, but I think he'll still be a good running back and probably a Pro Bowler.
Jack, your thoughts?
I agree with what Zach has to say, because the Cowboys were the best offensive line in all of football. But I think DeMarco Murray's built for the high-paced offense of the Eagles, so I think he'll end up doing just fine. Not as good as Dallas.
All right, and now we'll swing it over to baseball with Jack.
All right, the NL and AL All-Stars released yesterday. What are your guys' opinions on that? Any people who should have been in? Any people who deserve not to be in?
Sure.
Well, one player I really personally, some will disagree, that I thought should be in for the National League pitching is Jake Arrieta. I think he's having a great season. They put in Bumgarner over him, that's what I read, but I think Arrieta's just having a great season. I think he deserves it, but I think they just put Bumgarner just because of his past, and he's on the Giants, and they know how to win. So
yeah, I would agree. I think that the reason why they put in Bumgarner for the starting NL spot is because the Giants just won the World Series last year, and the Cubs are still an upcoming team. But I actually would have rather had Arrieta over Bumgarner, as right now Arrieta is pitching very, very well for the Cubs during his starts.
All right, one last question. Who do you guys think will win, the NL or AL?
I'm gonna go with the AL. I really like what they're doing this season, and I think that they'll win it.
Yeah, even though I'm a big National League supporter, I would have to agree. The American League is just too good.
All right, and finally, now we'll switch it to basketball. Lately, there's been a lot of contract signings, as we know. LaMarcus Aldridge, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, a lot of key names have been signed. What do you think of this? Do you think that the NBA has a lot of money, and do you think that these what are some bad moves?
I think that some of the max deals, especially the Andre Jordan, is just insane to me. How much these guys are getting paid. But the biggest free agent signing as of right now is clearly LaMarcus Aldridge to San Antonio. He just made that team that much better, and a lot of people were counting them out due to their age and how many veterans they had. And I think that they just added another piece to a championship puzzle. They could possibly be contending for the NBA Finals this year, and hopefully in years to come for Spurs Nation.
Jax, what is your thought?
I agree that it's a good signing, but Zan, do you really think the Spurs will win the NBA Finals? Maybe.
Oh yeah, I do.
All right. I could agree with that too. All
right, that's all we have for Sports Talk in the Morning. I'm Zach Johnson, alongside Jack Harmon and Zan Bando. Good morning.